This is KLAS-TV, Channel 8.
Good evening, folks, and welcome back, everybody. I'm Tom, and this is the simulcast up and running now for the last day of February 1995 that there will ever be in the history of the universe. That'd be the 28th. Don Rickles is on this program tonight, and on the second anniversary of the Inferno at Waco, we have David Koresh's mother here, Bonnie Haldeman. That is our program, along with all of your phone calls on the toll-free highway. Then tomorrow night we have Drew Barrymore here from Boys on the Side, and that will be the end of the sweeps rating period here on the Late Late Show, and then on Thursday it'll be the Hunchback from Moline. Ordinary people and he's tough to book, but so last night here we're talking about this guy Bill Pavlik. Don Rickles has been making people laugh for more than 35 years. His live shows are always sold out, and his latest venture is back in the movies. Don, thanks for staying up late with us tonight, and welcome back to CBS.
Thank you very much, Tom. I wouldn't miss it.
You're working now in Casino, directed by Martin Scorsese, and the picture is about Las Vegas, which you ought to love because Las Vegas is your second hometown. You're there a great deal of your time.
Oh, yeah, and I was just finished 18 weeks there and watching De Niro with his motivation. Drove me a little nuts,
yeah.
You know.
What is it like working with Scorsese and De Niro, those guys who gave us all these great pictures, like they gave us Goodfellas and all these fine pictures that De Niro has done, Awakenings and all?
Well, you know, Marty does, you know, what he really lived,
yeah.
The street. You know, he knows the street, and De Niro knows the street, and Pesci knows the street. I'm the only guy that came from class. I was born in London. Yeah. But no, and these guys, and he gets that feeling, and Marty is very, very, very conscientious and knows exactly what he wants. And he made me feel like $1 million. I mean, in this movie, I figured my Academy Award speech should run about 20 minutes.
Right, right.
You know, in all due fairness, you know, a lot of waving at the premiere. But it was exciting to work with those guys, especially, you know, when you see De Niro and you realize the impact he has on the screen, you know. We have lunch together, you know, it's like being alone. Because, you know, so busy trying to figure out how to hold the fork.
How do you keep yourself calm down during movie making? Because as you know, and the folks know, there's a lot of standing around and waiting for your scene to be done. Whereas in your live show, you go on, bada boom, bada boom, bada boom, and it's over, and you're on to the next. What about the discipline of having to wait for the director to say, "Now, Mr. Rickles"?
Well, there wasn't so much waiting. It was like a year. You'd go in your trailer, and Scorsese would say, "We'll get to you." You know, all of a sudden the sun's coming up, and you're still sitting there like a moron, going, "Why don't they call me?" You know. But it's a lot of waiting, but it's a lot of anxiety, too, because, you know, when you get on that screen and you're standing next to De Niro and Sharon Stone, by the way, who's very pretty, but
yes, she is.
Both of us, you know, we're a little too old for her.
Yeah,
I don't know about you, but...
No, I am, I know. Yeah.
But you know, my leg kept going up. I don't know, my leg was always normal. All of a sudden, I'd talk to her and the leg would dance. I'm happily married, but
yeah, right.
I would leave my wife. But that's a joke, sweetheart, if you're listening. She don't listen. She sleeps face down in the pillow, you know. One of those, you know.
Yeah.
And so working with those people is just great.
You've been working in Las Vegas for, as I say, 35 years and more. How has Vegas changed over the years? What's different now from then?
Well, Tom, you know, in the old days, I always said it was one guy, one boss. You know, if you wanted to have a favor done, or you wanted your suite changed, or you wanted to have a little party or something, you went up to the boss and he took care of it. Today, it's 4 chits, guys with cards. Here's my card. Right. Go to the bathroom. Here's my card. Right. Here's my card. Right. It's corporate, and it's become, you know, family-oriented. In my day, you went up and you said to the boss, "Could I have I'd like to have a party in the lounge downstairs tomorrow night." And he would say, "Why?" For some reason they talk like that, you know. "Why do you want to have a party?" They walk into chairs when they were kids or something. But there's a lot of wonderful guys in those days, you know. "Why do you want a raise?" I said, "No, I don't want a raise," as he was twisting my wife's arm. But it was an atmosphere of a personal, you were one-on-one.
Yeah.
And today they're all wonderful people, but
it's corporate now.
Yeah,
you
don't know who's in charge.
You had guys like Bugsy Siegel when he was running stuff over there. And
what happened to him?
He died.
Oh.
And remember the guy that ran the Las Vegas Sun over there, Hank Greenspun.
Oh, great guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Howard Hughes was living at the Sands Hotel, and Hughes would stay up every night and watch the movies on the television station, which Hank owned.
Right.
So now one day Hughes calls, he says, I don't like those movies. He says, I want some better movies. And Greenspun says, Howard, we don't have the money to buy those movies. He says, geez, he says, I'll get you any movies you want. So now they put on the movies that Hughes liked, and every night he's calling again saying, he finally bought the television station. Yep. But you had guys over there that, like you say, they could get stuff done. They didn't have to go to a committee meeting to get stuff done.
Absolutely. And today it's I work at the MGM in July, I've been there before at the Hollywood Theater, but to go down, for example, my suite to the elevator was like 3/4 of a mile, I put on shorts and sneakers, to the track meet down to the elevator. It's massive. Just the whole town, everything around, all the rides and the kids. The kids are great. They keep running into you,
Yeah, I know.
I thought I was Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, boom, I went, watch it, And all of a sudden my voice got high with these kids running into me. But it's all family now, and it's a whole different ballgame.
Which is fine, but it's totally different from what it was when you started out there.
I have no complaints about it, except that I miss the old, you don't like to go in the past.
Of course not.
I miss the old time stuff,
Let me ask you about another picture that you're in, that your voice is in, called Toy Story.
Yeah.
Animation, and you're in it, and Tom Hanks and a bunch of others.
Tom Hanks and Tim Allen, yeah.
And what is Toy Story?
Well, it's the first time with computers. They do it, it's not animation, it's computers. Mm-hmm. And they came down, I was down at my beach place, and this director came down, John, and he said, listen, Don, we'd like to, hear your voice. I said, for what? What do I need this for with a voice? And all of a sudden, this thing is going to be like Lion King. It's supposed to be sensational. And I've seen some of the animation, and it's
But
great.
now you do all your lines first, and then they do the computer
Yeah, it's like
animation.
radio. You go into a studio, and you do the stuff, and then they show it to you on the screen.
Do you like it? It's fun, isn't it?
Well, the check.
Yeah, I know. But isn't it fun just doing your voice and having that be, it's your whole embodiment is your voice.
Fun is being home on the couch. That's fun.
Oh,
Tom.
stop it.
Well, sure, I enjoy laying on the couch, turning on a ball game, which there won't be any this year. So I'll have to say to the wife, no more jewelry, sweetheart. I'm busy watching the game. But, I really enjoyed doing Toy Story. And it's fun. But the real thing is that the results, when you see it come out, that'll be exciting when you hear
But what's great for you, because you made some films early on in your career, most notably Run Silent, Run Deep, and now you're back doing film work again, which I know you enjoy, and it must be a kick for you to do that.
Well, Casino is, this is the height of my career. I mean, aside from doing Kelly's Heroes some 28 years ago in Yugoslavia, telling Clint, see, we did the scene with Clinton. He does like De Niro. They do the same type of method acting. You say, how do you feel, Charlie? Where's the sergeant? And Clint goes, and you go, I say to De Niro, gee, the casino is going busted. What are we going to do? What are we going to do, Ace? His name is Ace Rothstein. Ace Rothstein in the picture. I say, Ace, we're going busted. And he goes, the whole movie. All of a sudden, I had a pillow on my back, and I was ready to ring a bell. I was going, the whole movie, you're going to see me.
It's the new
I got
wave.
like cramps.
It's the new wave, Don.
Oh, is that what it is?
You made a picture some years back with Tony Curtis and Debbie Reynolds called Rat Race, written by Garson Kanin, which was a very good movie.
Yeah, I thought so.
And it got lost.
Yeah, and I played the heavy in that.
I know.
In those days, Debbie took off her dress, and she was in her bra, and I had a scene where I'd take her jewelry away, and it was like, wow. Today Sharon Stone gives it a big flash, and you start to lose. I start to dribble at the mouth.
And what does your leg do?
So between my leg and the dribbling, I'm in bad shape.
We are with Don Rickles here on CBS, and you know the phone number by heart, 800-95-CBS-TV, back after a short break. We're back with Don Rickles, and here on the toll-free is our friend Katie in Salina, Kansas. Hello.
Hello,
Hi,
Tom.
Katie.
Hey, I'm so glad you're back. I followed you from CNBC
From pillar to post, kid.
to After Dave. Yeah.
Don Rickles is right here. Say hello to him.
Hi, Don.
Hello, dear.
Don, you are hilarious.
Well, thank you.
What I want to ask you is, do you get mail or calls, hate letters because of the ethnic groups that you talk about, say Jews or... I love your sense of humor, but do you get...
Do people react the wrong way is what Katie's looking for here, yeah.
A lot of Jews want to shoot me. No, I'm kidding. No.
Maybe just give
No,
you
I
one.
was kidnapped twice by me. But no, I don't have those problems because I make fun of everything around me. And after some 30-odd years and more of making fun of people, people pretty much know that the idea is to exaggerate all the insecurities about all of us. Look at this, I'm talking to the phone.
Right on, Don.
But I make fun of everybody and everything, including myself. And if people don't know what Don Rickles does by now, they got a problem. But I really enjoy people, and I love them, and I think they know that in my performance.
What about the younger crowd? I watched you one night on Comic Relief some years ago, and that's a pretty young crowd, and they have a lot of political correctness in them, and they think you can't say anything about Jewish people or African American or Polish people or whatever. And that's your shtick. That's what you do.
Sure.
And some of them didn't seem to get it. Would that be a fair way of saying it? Like,
I don't know about that, Tom. You and I discussed this once before. I find that when I do it, politically incorrect, a lot of them who have never seen Don Rickles would go, ooh, but they would enjoy it, just like when I was on with Letterman, with Dave, you know. By the way, he was on tonight.
yes, he was.
Yeah, cute job. He's doing a cute job. Sweet of you to follow him.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you don't need it.
Hey, he's nice to open
If
for
he's
us.
watching, should I tell him what you
Oh,
told
he's
me?
watching.
Had it up to here already? Dave, he's had it up to here. Give him a break, huh?
Hey, you don't have to say it. Hey, Dave, up to here, pal.
Yeah. Walk away, Dave. Comb your hair. Do something. Gee.
I need this, by the way.
Nah, you're big. You're big, Tom. You don't. Tell him what you told me backstage before. I got a brown nose up to him every day. Yeah, Dave, you're the best. You're better than that other guy. You're better. You and I know you're fed up. Be a man. Walk away. Do what you promised me you were going to do. Spit on the pants. Hi, Dave. How about that, Dave? What the hell do you need, Dave? I'm getting steamed. I'm going to call him up now and tell him how you don't like the guy, for crying out loud. David Letterman, you don't like him, and be a man about it, for crying out loud.
Dave, I don't care for you personally. How's that?
Attaboy.
Okay,
Well,
all right.
give me that chair. Finally got my own show again. Dave, I love you, sweetheart. I think you're the greatest. Ooh, I would never knock. Carson was nowhere. You're the guy, boy. Never like Johnny. You were the best. Always. And I love you, boy. Johnny was a warm-up. Larry King's in the closet. You're the best.
Katie, thank you for calling us
Yeah,
tonight.
thank you, Kenny. Let's get lunch. We'll have lunch.
Right on, Don.
Take
hey,
care, honey.
Tom, you have the most beautiful brown eyes, honey, and we love
She's
your
not
show.
talking to you, Don.
Oh, let's not
Okay.
fight over we haven't seen her. She could be one of those broads you see over the fireplace. You take a lot of chances, pal. She could fly right in here and we could see a real moose. Nothing personal, darling. I'm sure you're beautiful.
Stop it. I can't take it anymore.
Well, I can see that. It's on the floor already. Somebody get a towel. He's starting to do that.
Thanks,
You're
Tom.
Katie, I'm sorry.
Thank you so much, Tom.
Thank you, Katie. Good luck to you, sweetheart.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
You're brutal. You are just brutal.
Well, hey, I'm going to sit and stare at you all night. It's a long night.
But to watch you do this, I mean, you're so fast. How do you do this? Where did this come from in you?
Well, my father said make a living.
No, I know that, but...
No, I don't know. I think it was my personality all the time. I was like all of us. Somebody said, well, you were a shy kid. I think most of us in this business were shy at one time or another. You know, I always said I had to be shy because my mother was knocking me around a little bit.
Yeah.
In those days, they didn't know about child abuse.
No.
My mother was great, though. But, you know, we lived under a world that to get attention, it was the jokes all the time, you know, and kidding around. And that's what I always did. I never planned it. It just happened that way.
And it's all just kidding around.
Yeah.
But
What,
I
do you
mean-
have malaria? What's the matter
No,
with you?
I'm laughing so hard I'm crying.
I couldn't imagine what you're doing.
No, I truly-
Give me a Kleenex. Maybe we're both sick. Jeez, I feel like you do. Why am I doing this? I'm sitting with the host and he's doing this. Yeah, Don, how's your career? Next thing I'm going to see you going, jeez, right. God, trying to do a show and the man's wiping himself all over the place.
Stop it. So I've lost control. What the hell's the difference? It's 2 o'clock in the morning, for crying out loud. We'll be back with Don Rickles after these messages.
No, he won't. I'm walking.
There you are. We have regrouped here, and here is Frederica in Orlando, Florida. Hi.
Hi. Don, I'd like to know how you became a comedian.
Well,
His mother hit him around.
how did I become a comedian? I don't know. I was always a kid in school that always was the was the court jester and failed every subject. I'm not proud of that. And I was president of the high school, and I had a lot of trouble spelling cat. And I was always the one that the girls ran away from because they thought I was kind of loud. And I was only doing that to cover up my insecurities, like a lot of guys in this business were very insecure, and women too. And I was, and so I just started little by little going to dances and functions and doing this, and the guy said, here's $5, and the guy said $10. And little by little, I started to pick up on the jokes, and I became a career. And then I got up, now I'm up to, $50 a night, which isn't bad.
What about the insecurity? Is it still there every now and again? Yeah.
Well, I think every actor is insecure. You're selling yourself. I always say that. I don't have a factory to back me up. I don't have a store that say, here, buy this. If I'm sick, the ball game, the balloon goes up. In other words, I'm selling myself. If I'm good, the product is good. If I don't make it one night, there's nothing to fall back on. At least, a lot of guys have all kinds of...
And have you walked off stage knowing that that night maybe you weren't as good as you were the night before? Yeah?
I think I've walked off stage. I don't think the audience has ever known it.
No.
I've never let an audience know that. But I've felt more at ease some nights than other nights. Don't ask me why.
Right.
Some nights, I'm sure it's your case too, you feel a little tighter.
Sure.
Or you feel a little more relaxed. And some nights when I felt just great, the audience bothered me to myself. Yeah. And then nights when I said, oh, this is a stiff, they're falling on the floor. Now I'm on this show right now. We're going in the toilet.
Well,
I know it, you know it.
Yeah, but don't tell them that.
No, they have no idea.
No.
We're both leaning over like we're enjoying each other.
Yeah.
And as soon as we go to commercial, you're spitting up all over me and you can't stand me. But hey, we fake it. That's the business. A big lie.
Frederica, thanks for calling.
Get in touch, Federico.
Does he write his own jokes, too?
Why, is he my interpreter?
No,
you could ask me.
No.
Lady, I'm not from Ethiopia. I was born here.
All his stuff, Frederica, is written by Newhart. Newhart writes all his stuff. Yeah.
Bob Newhart, yeah. Bob Newhart's not here tonight. He's home with one of those magazines. He's alone a lot. No, Bob's a dear friend of mine. You got to say that, otherwise he gets moody and he won't go on the trip.
Yeah. Well, you're going on the trip, right?
Yeah.
Hong Kong, Singapore.
Yeah, well, we got to get our shirts done, so we're going to Hong Kong. Laundry here is bad, so we're going over there.
By the way, you know what's funny? When you go to China and Hong Kong, the natives, their clothes aren't pressed. When you go over there, take a look at like the Mao suits they wear. They're not pressed.
Thanks, Tom. That's great.
No, but
appreciate that.
Okay, thanks. Thanks for helping the joke, Don. Frederica, thanks for calling.
Now you know why the Titanic went under.
yeah, but
You were the captain. Don't worry, man.
Listen.
We're gonna women and children. Oh, you saw a hat.
The Titanic only went down once.
Well, I made it 3 times, Tom. So shut up.
Frederica, thanks for calling.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
When you left the Navy at the end of the war, and you told the story about how you dropped your helmet, and the captain said, please, Rickles, take your helmet off because they can... How did you get your career restarted? A lot of guys came out of the war and they wondered, how do I get this going again? You didn't have a job to go back to.
No, I came out of the service, and to get girls, I said I was wounded.
And they said, show me.
Yeah.
And you did.
And they went, oh, my God. Was that a shell? Wow. It's so charred. Must have been a direct hit. Don't get me started. Leave me alone. No. Otherwise, he's liable to wake up and talk to me.
Yeah, but then you'll never walk again.
Yeah. Okay. Host leading the Jew. 1-0.
No, it's not a contest. But anyway, how do you get back?
Host leading the Jew. 1-0.
No, it's not a contest. But anyway, how do you get back?
Well, you just start in with clubs, Tom. I came out of the service. Actually, I went to the American Academy of Dramatic Arts, which the American Academy of Dramatic Arts keeps quiet because I'm a graduate of the American Academy of Dramatic Arts, and they don't talk about it too much.
No, they don't.
And they have a big affair in New York. They always ask me to be the MC, but when it comes to any awards or running an ad, shh, don't say him. Don't mention that. He graduated from the American Academy. I went with Jason Robards, Anne Bancroft, and Grace Kelly, and a lot of big people that became very successful. And I went along there, and the director said, this man is eating up the sets. Because I had a lot of energy. I used to overact like crazy. Now I'm completely calm and relaxed.
Right, exactly.
But, in those days, so I went to the American Academy, and that was a big help to me. Because it gave me some security and a little prestige, at 20-some-odd years old, 22, 23 years old, great to be an American Academy of Dramatic Arts.
You know, I was watching a couple of weekends ago, Carson's got this set of cassettes out with all the great moments from The Tonight Show. And you're in there several times. Most notably the night that he's in the geisha house with the swimming pool.
That was so
oh, what a night. I know that you and he are pals, and I know you must remember those days very, very fondly.
Oh,
And,
yeah, Carson was...
Jesus, you guys were funny together.
Well, he set you up, Tom, you know, like you do in a way, you do. He made it, like he listened, and he made you funny. If you had any ability with Johnny, he was a great setup artist. He would sit back and then wait for his shots, and he'd get us some good rippers off, believe me.
Oh, yeah.
But it was fun to be with him when you were on the show because you never knew what was going to happen. We'd have 40 million notes, and none of that was ever discussed. It was just right off the top of what you got, right the cream, right off the can there. You know?
So anyway, you're off now to Honolulu and China
Not
with...
Honolulu.
Or Hong Kong.
What's the matter?
Excuse me. I got the
What are
first...
you, a travel agent? Honolulu. Think I want to go there and suck on fire all day long?
I'll bet you'll stop there for an hour and then go on to
No, we
Hong
don't go to Honolulu. We don't go that way. We go to Tokyo.
And you're going with the Newharts. Now, what is it
They're
like...
going with me.
What is it like being with Bob Newhart on tour, on vacation?
Well, he's a very bright man, very educated. He always reminds me of his education. Graduated Loyola and all that baloney, you know, an accountant.
Yeah, right.
You know, and I had trouble in school, you know. I was the only guy during the test, you know, and you had the Regent test or whatever you called it.
Yeah,
Regents.
That's good.
Is that what it was? Something like that. And I was always the one like... And the teacher said, what are you doing? He said, cheating.
Cheating.
You're not allowed to do that. Pardon me, what's the fourth answer? Oh, good. And we have a great relationship because our basic values, as he says, the wives are key. Barbara's my wife, Barbara, God bless her, and
Ginny.
his wife, Ginny, bless her. They're both alike, you know. They sit around and they go, listen, boys, we're going to go shopping. And we sit in the room and go, oh, God. And they come back and it's a big tab. But the thing of it is that we both have the same values, we laugh at the same things, and we're different, but yet we're not, if that makes sense. And it's very hard to find somebody you could travel around the world with, and we've gone on many trips.
I know you have.
And really enjoy each
But
other.
then you do stuff to him like you told me in the restaurant what you did to him one time.
In the restaurant?
When you call the waiter.
Oh, yeah. Well, those are things. You know, Bob, he hates that word low key. It's not really low key, but his image is, you know, like,
And he's
he likes
quiet.
it quiet.
He's
You know,
quiet,
he's not,
very quiet.
and I do like, we'll be sitting in a restaurant. We were in Munich, Germany, and I would go, Carl, is dinner going to be served? And he'd go, don't do that. It's not funny, and they're going to throw us out. Don't. I'd say, Bob, what's the matter? He said, well, just order nice. Waiter! Don't, stop it. Stop it with the waiter. No matter what we do. And then we're walking down the street in Munich. You don't have these big streets with no cars.
Oh, sure, yeah.
The big...
Promenades.
Yeah. And we're walking down, and I, one day, just for laughs, walked down, I went, lovely area here.
Oh, and you're doing the goose step.
Yeah, and I was doing like that, and he went, why are you doing that? I said, I got cramps in my legs. He said, well, don't do that. They're not going to think it's funny. I said, Bob, what am I doing? And the man took his umbrella and tried to hit me. But we have a lot of fun together, we do. And I'm looking forward to it. It's our 30th anniversary. I'm married 30 years.
Wow.
Thanks a million for the gift.
Thanks a million for
I
your
said
ad.
30 years, and you went, oh, okay.
I was about to congratulate you.
You-
and then
you
gave
saw
me-
my
and then
wife. She's not bad.
and then
Not
you-
great, not bad.
And then you took the shot, and I was going to say thanks for sending me your address so I could send you the gift.
I know what you're going to
That's like
say.
the night you
One
said...
of the Tom Snyder coffee cups.
Yeah, it's like the night you said to me, join us for dinner if you can find my house. I know all these
Yeah,
things.
well, you know, you can't handle a dinner with us, Tom. You're strictly, you know, wait, coffee and a burger.
Let's get out of here while we're ahead, pal.
Oh, gee, it's been a long night, Tom.
I know that you're playing the Jupiter Theater in Florida on
Right.
April 11th through the 16th.
Right.
When is the picture Casino coming out?
They say Thanksgiving.
Oh, good.
Yeah, and it's really great. I mean, I can't say enough about it. Joe Pesci, Jimmy Woods is in it, and Kevin Pollak. There's some great performers in it, and of course I'm in it. And when I'm on the screen, the whole thing comes to life.
Comes to life.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's it's a downer. But
Right.
and Scorsese keeps walking around going, "I'm Marty Scorsese," and I give him a cookie and he goes away. He's real penny, But
Many thanks, my friend. I hope I see you
Thank you,
off screen
Tom.
often, and I hope that when the picture's about to come out, you'll come back and speak with us again.
Thanks.
You are all. I think the world of you and your wife. You know that, and you're
very
always,
sweet. I
always
appreciate it.
welcome.
Thanks, Tom. And if I may say, I really mean it. I'm delighted you're back on doing this kind of show, and it's your ball game, and you do a hell of a job, really. And good luck to you, really, Tom. And take care of yourself. And I did speak to the clinic, a year tops. What a turnout you're going to get. I figure you've got 40 cars. and I'm going to do the eulogy. Father, may I say a word even though I'm a Jew? Please, Father. Yes, my boy, say a few words.
Just let me know when you're through, pal.
No, it's over, Tom.
Sure is.
You're going to linger just to bother people.
Get him. Leave him be. We'll be right back after these messages.
What a lousy show.